Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Burn it to the ground. Nickelback. 92.1 City. We are Winnipeg's rock station on a Monday morning, 6:09 with Philly Joe and Kirby. Good morning.
Don't forget more Burt Block Party tickets. The countdown is on. It officially kicks in on Thursday, but 92.1 City night happens to be Saturday. We'll have tickets up for grabs at about 7:45, I guess, with Completely Useless Question. And our good friends, the Bloodshots, have been added to the Saturday night bill now.
I'm wearing their hat today.
Yes, you are.
Also, I was going to say, did you guys see the moon? I don't know if it's still out and about this morning at this hour, but it was massive and bright.
I didn't notice it on the way in.
I did not this morning. I noticed it on Saturday. It wasn't full, but it was orange and it was big and beautiful. And you're telling me today's even bigger?
This morning was gorgeous. It just lit up this city.
Yeah, a nice moon is a good way to start the day, you know? Especially when you come to work so early like we do. Mm-hmm. Little things. You go with the little victories really early in the morning on a Monday. Wow. Look at that moon.
Well, it was something like I was driving down the Esplanade, the Provencher bridge there.
The promenade.
It was like all lit up. And then there was the moon and the city backdrop. It just looked so pretty.
No, it does.
Nice.
Yeah. Very, very nice. And Pearl Jam song of the day. Sorry, did you go over that, Joe? What time we can expect that this way? It can happen at any time.
I'm not supposed to say anything.
Oh, that's right. You get in trouble for tipping everybody off.
But I will tell you this. It is happening in the morning show today. Mm-hmm. It's not happening this hour. But it could happen next hour.
I can tell you at 6:30. So, like, within the first hour of the show, you always find out what the song is. You'll hear it. Like, it'll come up like the, big snazzy music and everything. Pearl Jam, talk of the day. And then you'll
You know what?
That's how it sounds.
Iron Mike's probably not even up right now, is he?
Go. Yeah, no.
He might be at the gym.
He could be hitting the curls this morning. Yeah, it's
Next
our
hour.
day.
The curls.
Our
Next
day.
hour. Be listening for daughter.
Oh, my God.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Call the Bone Phone. 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Hey guys, Rager here. I hear a lot of hate going towards motorcyclists and guys on crotch rockets and stuff. They aren't the problem. It's the guys on bicycles who just pick and choose when they actually want to follow traffic laws to cut off whenever they want, right up beside you, run red lights, jump on the sidewalk, then you immediately jump off the sidewalk to go across a crosswalk without hitting the lights during traffic, and then look at all the drivers like they're the assholes because you're the one who just decided to ride out in the middle of traffic, and everybody has to slam on their brakes because you're like, oh, I have every right to be on the road here too. Tell you what, go get some rollerblades and go try rollerblading to work then, and stay on the goddamn sidewalk. Sick of these bikers just cutting into traffic thinking that they own the street. They don't.
Joe rollerblades to work. How do you like it?
Well, I'll tell you what, that wasn't my first choice. With all the hate going on towards cyclists, I said, hey, that's it. I haven't had a bike in 35 years. I knew the hate was coming. So I said, rollerblades is the way to go. It's only a 20-minute car ride from River West Park in Charleswood to Osborne Village. Only about an hour and a half for me. I need to take breaks when I rollerblade.
That makes sense. You got to take breaks.
I'll tell you what, the Rager will never be confused for someone who gets along with cyclists. He does have a beef. Like, he's always... he has problems with people and breaking the rules, we should say. He doesn't have a problem with your average everyday cycler who follows the rules. Right. His beef is that when they break the rules.
Well, I think he does have a problem with sharing the road, though.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't want just motor vehicles on the road. Okay, last week, a new regular by the name of...
The Siren?
Was it? No, but somebody called up and was like saying kudos to all the Bone Phone regulars. I don't think it was Siren. It was somebody.
I can't remember who that guy was.
Yeah, and they name mentioned all of the regulars. And
yes,
thank you so much, for entertaining me every day. And some of our regulars didn't get mentioned, and it's become a bone of contention.
Hi, it's Welsh Dragon calling. And, I was listening to your show on Friday, and I heard the new guy, the Siren, and I feel like a fifth wheel because he mentioned everyone else but me. But I love you guys. and I was a siren anyway. Okay, bye.
Well, Stragan, just know you're important to us. And you know what? You're not the only one. Big N was also upset that Siren didn't mention him. And Joe, you mentioned Big N there on
there
Friday.
was someone else too, and I can't remember, one of the regulars.
Hot Dog Guy on the text line.
Hot Dog Guy was another
says
one?
that it was Kid Salami that did the shout out.
That's right, Kid Salami. Thank you very much, Hot Dog Guy.
Thank you, Hot Dog Guy, for remembering that it was Kid Salami and not Siren who
I
did
tell
the
ya.
That's right.
These nicknames.
It's hard to keep up. It's awesome. Good problem to have. The professor, man, I'm telling you, this guy is always there with the perspective. And this one about holidays.
So I heard that people were grouchy when you guys had a little bit of holidays there. Gone for a week. I hope you're refreshed. It was nice to hear that a few people called in and were able to express gratitude, because that's really a core issue here, is that people are grouchy because we don't know how to express ourselves correctly, and you're a big part of our lives. And when you're gone and the programming doesn't include all the normal stuff that we're used to, we miss that. But there's another issue that's going on here. We have far too long had a culture where we just have, for whatever reason, decided that holidays aren't a thing. We have to work, depending on what you do for a living. You might spend the first 30 years of your life in education to get a career, and then you slave away at that career for 40 years. Now you're 70 years old, and all you've done is work towards something. But what is that something? You get one go around on this planet. Enjoy some of it. It's a bit cliche, but go stop and smell the roses. You want to do something else other than work. I'm glad you guys take holidays. I think it's a great idea. I think more of us should take more holidays.
Yeah, here.
I love that.
I'll tell you what, the professor educates even during the summer months.
Yeah.
It's not even school in session.
Yeah, I love
Thanks.
it.
Smart man.
Okay, we'll wrap up with a couple of calls about the Burt Block Party, which starts in downtown Winnipeg on Thursday night. We will be there for 92.1 City Night on Saturday.
Good morning, PJK. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Winnipeg. Just under a week left to go until Headstones, I, Mother Earth, and Salone play. I can't wait. This is my very first time seeing all three of those bands play live, but ever going to a Burt Block Party. I've been told a lot of good things about it. Rocking down in the core of Winnipeg downtown. Anyways, I can't wait to see you guys there. I can't wait to see all of Winnipeg there. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's going to be good.
That guy might be pumped, but he's not as pumped as Guilty. Guilty has been excited
God.
Oh, yeah.
about Burt Block Party, man, for what feels like forever now.
Answer the phone in the studio. Morning, guys. Hey, listen, I am so stoked for the Headstones. I love you, Dylan. I watched Flashpoint. That's how much I like him. I don't even like TV. But he's a cool dude. And quite an interesting fella. But I can't wait to get that show rocking with you guys. I better get a room so I can have a nap. You guys got hammocks there? Is there hammocks or any little area to lay down or anything like that? Just checking. Good idea. Talk to you later. Peace out.
Well, you did ask Evan Donnelly the other day, Kirby, about seating, and we're allowed to bring chairs. I didn't hear anything about a hammock. I don't know what the tree situation is down by the Burt. I can't remember.
You could bring your own setup, I guess. Hammock.
We'll have to look at the rules and regs to see about hammocks.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
So since we're talking about that coyote on Barrie near St. Matthews out in the St. James area this morning, a coyote sighting. Thank you for that on the Boston Pizza text line. So be careful with the pets and little kids, coyote roaming around. Kirby, obviously you love animals. Joe and I like nature. Like we're more about, well, you got a doggy, but we love that we talk a lot of nature on this show. Like
You're not going to bring up it's National Orangutan Day, are you?
I was not, but
Son
that
of a gun.
is a great note.
One of my favorite animals.
Great side note.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I just keep thinking of every which way
Wow.
but loose.
Great movies, Clint Eastwood.
I know. It's come
Yeah.
up before on the show. Sorry.
Lots.
Still yet to see them.
Oh, Kirby, it's one. If
It's
we
worth
ever-
the money.
Yeah, if we ever bring back Not So New movie review,
We will in the fall.
we've set a date now. Awesome.
Well, yeah,
Did
like I
we
like to
ahead?
take the summer off, and then
Okay.
usually I come back when it gets a little bit,
All
like
right.
the kids are in school.
You'll love
and,
Clyde.
Yeah.
I'm telling
When
you.
the kids are in school, like that is an
Well,
impact.
less thriving, going out and about.
That affects your life big time, being a non-parent.
Okay.
Once the
Anyways,
kids go back, I'll get back into it.
what the hell is your point?
Okay.
yes.
So, and I swear this is not one of those Komodo dragons eating a goat stories, but on my way to Hockey for All Center, the whole family in the SUV on, I think it would have been Sunday morning. And in the parking lot right beside Hockey for All Center, like in the Downs area,
That's exactly where you are. Yeah, Assiniboia Downs area.
You have to go to there for hockey?
Yeah, Hockey for All Center.
Oh
There's
my
a
God,
lot of
what
tournaments.
a trek for you.
Around the perimeter.
I actually like it. Perimeter, boom. Like
25 minutes.
anything that involves a perimeter for me,
Okay,
I
so
don't mind the drive.
I'm just trying to imagine it's on the opposite sides of the cities.
It was early in the morning. I want to say about 8 in the morning. I bet you some other hockey parents saw this too. It was so cool. It was a bald eagle, and I wasn't close enough to see what the bald eagle.
We have an eagle in that area.
Okay, there you
Yes.
go. It obviously had captured something because bald eagles, I don't think are scavengers. Like they probably wouldn't turn down a free meal if it was dead
No,
already.
I think they go for,
Live food, right?
yeah, they hunt.
That's right. So it was enjoying its breakfast. This giant bald eagle, beautiful. And it was eating. And what was so neat about it is there was a circle, like probably about 5 yards, 3 or 4 crows standing behind the
Waiting.
bald eagle. And then behind the crows were like 3 or 4, I didn't know what kind of birds these were, waiting behind the crows. It was like a pecking order of the food chain
Yeah.
of big bird to small bird to smaller birds. I wish I would have got a video
You're
of it.
not
It was
messing-
so neat.
You're not messing with the eagle,
Yeah.
who obviously caught the prey. And wow, and crows are very smart.
Yeah.
So they
That
waited.
is fascinating.
And then what it was ever left going, oh my God, how long are we going to be waiting here?
Yeah, we got to wait for the bald eagle and then the crows, and then we'll take what's left.
There is a pecking order, though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
even just like I spent some time in Alberta this summer with my brother, and he's got a chicken coop in his backyard. And like some of the chickens, like they know that it's like the other chickens get the first go at the food that goes down.
Definitely.
And then they will wait to come in because they were the late ones to join the coop.
Or was it like your typical buffet and the person calling out the numbers didn't call the crows till second and the other birds till third?
That's the worst.
When people are yelling at you, call
Yeah.
my table, table 21.
Yes, exactly.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
That was a very sweet Winnipeg Blue Bomber victory last night. Just
Yes.
the hype, and you mentioned it last hour or earlier this hour, Joe. The hype around Rourke and how much they were talking about him during the broadcast all week. And for the Bombers, and veteran defense, veteran team, and the defense is already playing well. They were not going to let Nathan Rourke have a moment. They just weren't going to let it happen last night, and they were unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, the odds makers were fooled by the whole Nathan Rourke thing as well, because to be honest, I put $50 down on the Bombers to win 120 only because it was the one game. But after our Bomber defense shut down Vernon Adams Jr., who ended up getting hurt in the game, but was having an unbelievable year. Nathan Rourke could have been Mickey Rourke yesterday in that game. He's only been there for 3 practices. The kid's going to be great. But,
Mickey Rourke would have been dicey at quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't think he moves that good.
No. But what I'm saying is, the reality was, I don't think they even gave the Bombers enough credit. They were 3-point underdogs in a game that they just shut out the other team. So I thought it was interesting, and the Bomber offense overall looked pretty smooth. Didn't drop too many balls. Some neat play calls, I thought. There's a couple of goofy little short runs again that kind of had me squeamish. But
we got to get that figured out. Chris Streveler, he's supposed to be the number 1 short yardage quarterback in the CFL, and we can't make 3rd and 2s, Curbs. It's unacceptable. But
I get it. There's a lot of upset people. I didn't even watch the game, obviously, this weekend, but you didn't have to because there was a lot of passionate fans taking to social media
Always.
to let them, vent about how the game played out.
in all fairness, you're probably more excited about Friday because Hamilton's here. Like, you actually like going to the game. You're like my wife. My wife was watching the game doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
She wasn't watching the game. But she was the first to say to me, oh, yeah, we got a game Friday. to go to, and I'm going, yes, we do.
The game for Friday.
As I'm going, let's get through this one first. I'm watching.
That's what the Bombers have done a marvelous job of, is those game day experiences where you can be a casual fan and have a blast at the games.
I'm just pumped for Banjo Bowl. I've already got my ticket.
Yeah.
Nice.
On Marketplace over the weekend, I've been keeping my eye on some Bomber gear, because sometimes you find some rare vintage things that people will list on there. There was a bejeweled cowboy hat that had the Bomber logo on it.
Wow. You
And
bought
I was
the hat?
no, I was thinking about it, because I was like, that would be one hell of a statement for Banjo Bowl.
You found a ticket for sale for Banjo Bowl on Marketplace?
No, a hat.
Oh.
But she didn't buy the hat. You found the hat but didn't buy it.
Did you say you found a ticket?
No, I have a ticket.
You have a ticket. Because
Yes.
people have been all going crazy this past weekend
trying to find
looking for tickets. So I thought you found one on Marketplace. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
You didn't buy the hat, though?
Was it too expensive?
No, I just...
Come on, it's a great hat.
Oh, man.
Nothing says, I'm ready to party than a cowboy hat with the jewels on it.
Well, Banjo Bowl itself, I mean, you would have stood out. You would be easy to find.
That is for sure.
She'll be easy to find.
Yes.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Big hour on the program here. 92.1 City. Winnipeg's rock station, PJK.
Big hour?
Big hour. Because, Burt Block Party tickets, 7:45. Joe has said that his spidey sense is tingling about a possible song of the day. I don't even, whatever that means for Pearl Jam. That could come up at any time.
Joe, you better watch yourself. You're going to get in trouble.
You know what? I don't blame myself. I do not blame myself. It was Iron Mike and his promotion team that added this whole new feature about pulling a finalist. Okay? That's a lot of pressure. Now, you want to become a finalist to see Pearl Jam at a place I need to get to on my bucket list. I grew up a Red Sox fan in Boston and a Bruins fan, but I've never been to Fenway to watch a baseball game.
It's crazy.
And Pearl Jam is playing Fenway Park. That's what this 92.1 City World Tour is. So if you want me to tell you that the song is Daughter and that it's coming up this hour,
Joe,
I'm just validating what Phil just said. It's a big hour.
It's not Joe's fault. It's Iron Mike's fault.
That's right.
Joe,
am I the only one who cares that we got to
yes,
okay.
You are the only one who cares.
Well, you know what? It's going to come up in a meeting. And at
Are
the
you
end,
scheduling extra meetings?
not
Don't
me.
You dare.
Yeah, I'm going to get called in. You know it. But I'm doing this for the people.
Yes, mad at the people.
You're such a badass.
I didn't get to this question.
This is part of the big hour, this question?
This is part of the big
Okay.
hour. Oh, I should say, okay, since you said, in 1 hour from now, we're back to the Shoppers Drug Mart Price is Right game.
Yep.
With a GC from Shoppers to give away.
300.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. But right now, this is a call I didn't get to with the bone phone. It's a question, and I think he makes it seem like a question for me, but I would say it's for all three of us. It's pretty random, but let's play it here, and then you guys can weigh in.
Good morning. My name is Doug Linton, longtime listener. The question on everybody's mind for Philly. Do you do the deed with the socks on? Please let us know.
I have no idea why he wants to know if I do the deed with my socks on. Absolutely not.
This is a personal
You
question.
seem like the
Very
type that
personal.
would.
Do I? Absolutely not. Absolutely
Just for,
not.
what if you get cold?
No. I don't.
Circulation becomes an issue at
Yeah.
a certain point in your life, but I've seen it in a movie, I think, once or twice.
You'll see it in adult entertainment, guys with the socks, and I can't claim to understand it. So, but you know what? Maybe someone. I mean, it's probably more of a male thing than a female thing. The socks staying on.
Maybe once in your life on hardwood floors, you wanted to slide into the room to make a presence.
I just feel like it has more to do with the quickness of oh, we're doing this. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll take the essentials off, and then hey, if the socks are still on, that's fine.
That extra 3 seconds to
can't
take
get
off
the socks off.
Well, it could be awkward.
Yeah.
So there's a speed. You're saying that you think it's more about the pace of how fast things happen.
Maybe.
I think he's more asking the caller, is that no, I always keep my socks on. I think that's what he wants to know.
Right.
And if there are people out there, I'm by judging by your reaction, Joe, and your reaction, Kirby, you're no socks.
I hate the thought of socks in general, let alone during I wouldn't be able to focus if my socks were on.
Yeah, socks would hurt your focus, eh?
I would just like, oh, this is awful.
Well, I guess it depends on what situation you're in, too, right? If you're standing, it's probably not adding to the traction, or anything. I don't know. No, I can't think of a time I ever wore socks.
Yeah.
But that question wasn't directed to me.
No, it was me.
It was directed to you, Phil.
Well, now we know.
Thanks for asking. No socks.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
So how come no more than 3 wipes, Kirby? What did the story say? Where Joe was very concerned about how many. He's like, guys, I don't know when I'm dropping trow and taking a deuce. Kirby, have you ever?
Sounds like my verbiage, doesn't it?
It's the way Joe talks every morning. No, Joe did not bring it up. Kirby, you did it. As a matter of fact, you were reading Good Housekeeping, I think it was. Over
You know
the
me,
weekend.
I like to keep up on my good housekeeping.
You do. Anyway, I don't know where you found the story, but you did bring it up off air.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know where I found the story either, Phil, but I did see that it was like a health story out of like the news on like a news source about a study that's been done, and you're only supposed to wipe when going number 2 3 times max. Mm-hmm. After that, not a good situation. Too much.
Why 3?
It's not good for your bum or what?
I guess so, because it obviously can cause irritation. And by 3 swipes, I would hope you got it all.
Why are bidets a European thing? Why don't we have bidets in Canada, North America? That would take this whole debate away.
I'll tell you, I grew up. One of my uncles and aunts had one in their house. I was a kid. I was like maybe 8 years old. I thought it was a baby bath, like where they bathed the baby, like my little cousin, right? And then a few years later, you found out, no, that thing just shoots up. Boom, okay, the fountain.
So
I have a friend who has one. You can order them off of Amazon though, like ones that will hook up to your toilet at home.
Yes.
And I remember I used it when I was over at their house one time, and the only thing is it's not hooked up to warm water. So
wakes you up in the morning, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Did you shower this morning? Nope. Use the bidet.
Just come out of the bathroom soaked.
It's so cold.
Any towels? So forgive my uncultured ignorance. It's a separate seat in the bathroom, and so you got your toilet, you sit on there, then you move over to the bidet, or is it just
what Kirby's talking about? Kirby's talking about, you can get an attachment that attaches to your toilet, but when I was growing up, it was a separate ceramic piece, like that was attached in the bathroom.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I remember staying at a place in Jamaica too. It was like a villa, and it had like a bidet as well. That was separate from the toilet.
I want one installed. Is there plumbers out there because I clearly
They'll
in my
install
house,
anything you want.
Put a bidet in. I don't have a lot of room in the downstairs bathroom, but I want one upstairs.
I got a buddy in his rec room that actually put a urinal as well as a toilet in his rec room bathroom.
All right. Yeah.
You know what? That could be good for the house because you got 3 boys, 4 Stace. I mean, the bidet could be messy though.
That's another place for them to make a mess, and they're already
shooting particles up.
They've hit an age where they're in trouble every time they go to the bath. Who was in here last? I hear that 10 times a day, and it's inevitably one of the kids because I ain't owning up to that. And get in here. This is not how you leave the bathroom, and they get in trouble for it.
Yeah, it might not be a good idea.
She knew the answer to the question before she even asked it, and no one was answering it.
No, we all just go silent. Wasn't me.
But listen. I still don't understand. So a 3 wipe. What if it's 4? Like, what if you spent most of your life on 4 wipes? Are you in trouble? That's what they're saying.
You should probably see a doctor at that point because things are not solid enough.
See a doctor? That's a little extreme.
Could you imagine calling for that appointment?
What's going on with you, Joe? Well, I'm wiping 4 times. Kirby said I should come see you.
I need more fiber.
I'm about 3. I'm about 3 as well. I mean, unless, depending on what you were doing the night before.
Pay more attention to this.
Start counting, Joe. That's PJK Extra.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Got to thank everybody who is sending us text messages this morning on the Boston Pizza text line pertaining to the 92.1 City hot air balloon. It's out and about this morning.
Yep, just got word from Big D. That's the last report I'm getting. North Perimeter after Pipeline. So just around there.
Look at that great photo. Is that Big D who sent us this photo?
Yeah, heard from Big Ned as well.
Big Ned.
It's a gorgeous
Big
morning.
D. Big D and Big Ned. A lot of bigs.
Yep.
Yeah. Got to throw that big in front of your name. or people do it for you.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Well,
throwing
Big
the
D.
big.
Big D's known as Big D.
But Ned.
Ned, he goes by Ned, Big Ned.
Okay.
Does he though?
Yeah, he does. He responds every time he gets called that. Remember, that came up with you one time, didn't it?
Don't call Kirby. Don't
Big Curbs.
No.
What was it?
Somebody called
was it?
you
Big Kirby Dog.
Big Kirby
Big
Dog
Kirby Dog, yes.
Yeah.
on the text line.
Well,
that
wasn't
we-
that far off, Kirby? Like I said, Big Kirby.
Oh my God, you idiot!
I forgot the word dog. Sorry.
We spent like 2 days talking about
It's
that.
just not a great adjective.
No.
Is that the word?
No, it's not.
To have.
The way we arrived at a conclusion that while it's a great nickname and the person's heart, it was a bone phone call. The person's heart was in the right place. Like Big Kirby Dog, that's a pretty cool nickname, and they meant it. They did not mean it in any kind of derogatory fashion, but we came to the conclusion that guys, any guy in the world will take Big in front of their name as a nickname. Big Joe, Big Slice, right? If you want to.
Big Phil.
Yeah, I don't get that, but still, I get average Phil. But so no guy's gonna mind, but it just does not work for any female. Never mind you, Kirby. You don't. Like, you're not calling your girl Big Christy. Hey, Big Christy, it's time to go to the Bomber game. Like, it just doesn't work.
No, maybe once it'll happen.
If you want to go by yourself to the game, I'd give it a go, buddy.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
One of our favorite games on the program because it allows us to give away a GC at Shoppers Drug Mart. $300. $300 goes a long way at Shoppers. I think we all, in this room, you can see. Spend a lot of time at Shoppers. A lot of products you need at Shoppers.
Absolutely. And who doesn't like saving money?
Mm-hmm. So all three of us, the way this works, if you haven't heard it before, all three of us will give a product. Typically, it's one we use. Doesn't have to be. And then add them all together. You got to do the math. Add them all together. Text message us the combined price on the Boston Pizza text line 762-555. You got to be closest without going over.
That's right. I'd like to mention these are regularly priced items. These are not the sale price.
Yeah, that's important.
I'll go first. I believe that's how it usually works.
Please do.
I'm always so shocked to hear what you got in your cart.
Really?
Well, sometimes it always involves usually like an ailment of some sort or...
Well, then there was the Magnum condoms. Like that was maybe
That's not an ailment.
too much information.
Who were you buying those for? Which one of your friends?
Which one of your friends?
Listen,
His buddy Craig was too nervous to go buy him for himself.
They were out of the average size condoms. Okay, I'll go with Otriven Natural Seawater and Aloe Gentle Stream. It's 100 milligrams. This product helps to keep nasal cavities clear, allowing us to regain our natural balance.
Otriven.
Otriven, 100 mils. Natural Seawater and Aloe Gentle Stream.
Okay. You guys use magnesium?
Magnesium?
Yeah.
I do not. I do not believe so.
Well, it supports proper muscle function and bone health. And I'm telling you, ever since I started using it, it really does help with sleep. So I am going with the Jameson Magnesium Night. Okay, and that's the 100 tablets.
I am purchasing from Clinique.
Oh.
Dramatically different moisturizing lotion plus.
Oh, for that tarp of yours.
It's that time of year.
Are you ready for a dramatically different change in your life?
Well, I don't know. Clinique, dramatically different moisturizing lotion, but it says plus.
Okay, it's got to
okay.
be good when it's got the plus in it.
Yeah, it's got to be.
You can't go wrong.
That is such a guy thing to say. It's got the plus.
It would just say Clinique, otherwise moisturizing lotion plus. But if it says dramatically different,
Big.
it's got to be big.
Yeah. Okay, let us know what those three items combined, what the total is. Usually a few people get it, and then we throw them in the randomizer.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
1/3 of us dislike the taste of this. Got the top 5 answers. Number 1 will get you a pair of tickets.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Good morning. Is it like black licorice?
Not black licorice. Good answer. I love red licorice.
Yeah.
Not a black licorice.
Never
guy.
liked black licorice.
Unless
Sambuca. Yeah, that's the only stuff that I like.
You know what? Try it chilled.
Yeah.
If you're not the biggest fan of Sambuca because it's a warm feel and you know we're past the stage of lighting it nowadays. I know one guy that still has the ring of burnt around his lips.
Jeez.
Terrible. But try it chilled. Get him to shake it in a martini shaker for you.
Oh, yeah. Good tip this morning. Thank you, Joe.
It's good for breakfast,
No,
Sambuca.
I love it. Yeah, never leave the house without a shot of it. Hi there.
Yeah, vinegar.
Not vinegar. No, it's not in the top 5 anyway.
Salt and vinegar chips make my eyelids sweat, and it is the weirdest thing ever. I looked it up. Apparently, some people are like not allergic to vinegar, but like they sweat.
I wouldn't even notice if my eyelids were sweating. I think my forehead would sweat worse, which would be what I would notice, not my
I can't
eyelids.
describe it.
It isn't salt and vinegar chips that does that to me anyway. I could eat a bag of those things in a second.
Miss Vicky's? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, City.
Hey, Phil, can you help me out here?
Yeah, because it's 1/3. I'm going to say, like, I know in my house, I am a coffee fanatic, but my wife does not like it at all. So I'm going to guess coffee.
Number 3. Very good.
Good guess.
Sorry about that.
This is 1/3 of us disliking the taste of this, right? So
Burt Block Party tickets on the line. Much sought after. Good morning, City. Go ahead with your guess.
Good morning. How about tequila?
not tequila. No.
Oh, I'm never doing that again. Who hasn't been there?
Oh, no kidding. When they put it right next to you, you're getting the dry heaves and going, yeah, that might not be a good idea. Memory.
I just remember those shirts coming back from Mexico. It's like 1 tequila,
Yes.
2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
Yes.
Yeah. 780 City. Hi there.
I'm going to say cilantro.
No, not cilantro. This is a liquid, believe it or not.
So it's a liquid. Okay. Hi, City.
Yes, how about apple cider?
Not apple cider, no.
Good guess.
It's a lot more common than people are guessing. Way common. Big industry.
Hi, City.
Pineapple.
Pineapple, no. It's not a juice either, okay? It's not a juice.
Not a juice.
It's not alcoholic.
Oh, I have an idea.
Well, there's only one lifeline left.
780 City. Go ahead with your guess.
Hey, good morning. I'll go with Kirby if she thinks she knows.
Uh-oh, pressure. She's been pretty good. I think you
Yeah,
got a
you've
few.
been pretty good.
Got a few last week.
Is this a word that I mispronounce? Is it milk?
No.
Oh, I
no.
thought it was good.
Sorry,
Not
buddy.
milk.
Milk.
It's not milk or milk.
She had it, though.
Sorry.
Tough one.
Phil,
Wow.
for somebody who believed in me
I
at the
gave it.
beginning,
You just
quick
go,
to back
I think I
away.
got it. Good morning, City.
Pop.
Pop.
What kind of pop?
Coke.
No, not. You're actually as close as we've gotten, but I can't give it to
Yeah,
you.
we can't give it to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
And and you'll know why in the answer. There's
I
something
think
that
I know, but we're
yeah,
out. Hey, we're
yeah,
out
we're
now.
out of. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But
780 City. I think I never drink this.
You
I
do
don't-
not.
I don't like it. Hi
I
there.
do.
Is it carbonated water?
No, not carbonated water. There's something in this, as I mentioned earlier, as a clue. That's why I couldn't give it to that lady who said pop.
Burt Block Party tickets up for grabs. Go ahead.
Is it diet pop?
Yes, it's diet pop because of the aspartame and the other sucrose, non-sucrose stuff, I guess, that they use. So
are you
yes,
sure it's not milk?
it's not milk. I'm sorry.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Congratulations to Colin earlier this morning in the 7 o'clock hour. The latest finalist for a chance to go see Pearl Jam. We're just talking about Metallica in Minneapolis over the weekend. This is a trip, world tour style, courtesy of 92.1 City, to go see Pearl Jam at Fenway Park in Boston.
Yeah, the song today is Daughter, by the way. So Daughter's the song you're listening for.
And Colin, the randomizer, spit him out earlier this morning. But that song of the day can come up at any time. So make sure you got that phone ready, not while you're driving. I think a lot of people now, that phone is in the middle console or off to the side somewhere. We got Daily Banger coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. And then lots of fun festivities after 9. Burt Block Party this weekend. The three of us are going. Joe, it sounded almost like Kirby was trying to sway you into going with her, like meeting somewhere and going together.
Not meeting somewhere, meeting at her place.
Her place.
And then walking.
Right.
To the Burt Block Party. Nothing like getting a sweat on before the gates open at 5. And yeah, I guess, can I bring a backpack with me? You know, like my deodorant and
a backpack,
a change of clothes.
That's a good idea. Is there a shower service you can use downtown real
Or
quick?
it's just a light walk. It's
31 degrees.
I know it's going to be
Supposed
hot. Yeah.
See, I was. You're kind of being pulled out of the bullpen here, Joe. Called out of the bullpen because she was kind of hinting that I pick her up on the way to the Burt Block Party because Transcona St. P, it just works that way. But now I'm on location on Saturday and going straight to the Block Party.
Yeah.
So I'm out of the mix with picking up Kirby, which puts you directly in the line of fire now.
Makes perfect sense coming from, the west part of the city in Charleswood. Why wouldn't
I just think it would be nice to show up together. Like,
that's what this is all
with
about.
my number one buddy.
Number one
No,
buddy.
true. Every road leads to Provencher, I believe is the old saying, is it not?
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.